What's up, everybody? Week 2 is now upon us. Last week, week 1, we went 10-6. Let's see if we can do better this week. First game is Buffalo Bills traveling to Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins are going to be without Raheem Mostert, and I don't know about Aiken. I think Jeff Wilson will be one of the running backs in this game. And he coming off a comeback win against Jacksonville. Um, Tyreek had 130 yards. That's all good. Buffalo coming back from a deficit against Arizona a week ago. So they both came back to win. In this matchup, I don't know. I'm going to go with Miami to win. I think they have enough to beat Buffalo at home. The next game, New Orleans Saints and Dallas Cowboys. Dallas dismantled the Browns. Saints dismantled Carolina. In this game, I'm going with Dallas to win. The next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Detroit Lions. Detroit won an overtime game with the Rams. Tampa beat Washington Commanders. In this game, I'm going with Detroit to beat Tampa. The next game, Indianapolis versus Green Bay. It's tough news for Green Bay and Jordan Love. One report said he was going to be like 3 to 6 weeks, I believe. And then I heard another one that said, who knows, maybe he won't. I don't know what to believe, but in this, Jordan Love not playing. It's going to be Malik Willis. And I can tell you this, Indianapolis will win this game. The next game, Tennessee hosting the Jets. The Jets got destroyed by the 49ers. They couldn't do anything. Tennessee had a 17-0 lead against Chicago and blew it. They didn't even give up an offensive touchdown by Chicago. Pretty much Chicago won by special team and defense. In this game, I will go with the Jets. I think they'll rebound against Tennessee. Tennessee's a miss, but if the Jets lose, then I don't know. But I'm going with the Jets to beat Tennessee. The next game, San Francisco versus Minnesota. It's Sam Darnold going back hosting, but actually facing his former team in San Francisco. Sam Darnold was there a year ago. Last year, though, if you guys remember, the 49ers lost on a Monday night to Minnesota. But it's a different year. I think San Francisco will win. Don't know if McCaffrey will play or not, but if he doesn't, they have a good enough running back in Mason, who's a good runner. And besides that, I think Minnesota loses. San Francisco wins. The next game, the Seattle Seahawks traveling to New England. Man, could it have not gone any worse for Seattle last week in the first half against Denver? 2 safeties, interception, and not very good. Their defense played good enough to be able to come back in the second half and win. I'm actually going to pick. I'm going to go with Seattle in this, but it would not surprise me if somehow New England wins. But I'm not going with it. I'm going with Seattle here. The next game, Washington and the Giants. The Giants looked like a joke last week. Daniel Jones is not their guy. Is not that good. He will. I think Washington wins this game. But it will be a close game. It'll probably be like a 20-19 win or something. I'm not going by point spread, but if I was, I would pick Washington to win. I mean, if I was predicting the score, I would, but I'm not. I'm just saying that's probably what it will be. Going with Washington to win. Next game, the Chargers going to North Carolina to take on the Carolina Panthers. Carolina looks worse than last year. I'm going with the Chargers in this easy. The next game, Cleveland Browns going down to Jacksonville. I don't know what kind of Jacksonville team we'll get, but the Browns with Deshaun Watson are a joke. However, I have a feeling that the Browns will beat Jacksonville somehow, and it won't be because of Watson. I'm going with Cleveland to beat Jacksonville because I don't know how good Jacksonville really is at this time. The next game, Baltimore versus the Raiders. I'm going with Baltimore to win this. They had a close loss against the Chiefs. The Raiders, they don't look very good. I'm going with Baltimore in this game. Next game, the Arizona Cardinals versus the Rams. The Rams have two offensive guys out. Puka Nacua is now out. He'll miss at least 4 games. Arizona had Buffalo beat, but they fell apart. I'm going to actually go. I don't know. I mean, I will still go with the Rams. I think Cooper Kupp could have a big day, and I don't trust Arizona to hold a lead for now. I don't. Arizona, I'm going to go with the Rams. Next game, Pittsburgh and Denver. Pittsburgh's defense is very good. Denver's playing the rookie quarterback still. Bo Nix. I'm going with Pittsburgh to win this game because of their defense. Justin Fields doesn't have to do much because of defense and their running game and all that. But the next game, one of the games of the week, Cincinnati versus Kansas City. Now you may say, oh, what do you mean one of the games of the week? Well, if you know the last few years since Joe Burrow has been in the NFL with Cincinnati, right? He has been able to beat Kansas City. They've had a good rivalry. Yeah, the Bengals lost last week to the Patriots. I don't know what the status of T. Higgins will be, but for some reason, I think Kansas City will win this game. And I think the Bengals will start 0-2. I really do. Next game, the Sunday night game. I'm going with Houston to beat Chicago because Houston got one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Houston will probably be one of the best teams in the AFC this year. And Chicago got lucky to come back against Tennessee because of how joke of a team Tennessee is. I'm going with Houston to win this game. Last but not least, the Monday night game. The Atlanta Falcons traveling to Philadelphia. Now, Atlanta looked decent against Pittsburgh. They were moving the ball a couple times. Their defense played good. only holding Pittsburgh to field goals. Kirk Cousins, to me, kind of looked a little rusty still. He might not say he is, but he looked like it to me. He had 2 interceptions that hurt Atlanta. If he doesn't turn it over, they have a shot. However, now me being unbiased, because I am a Falcon fan, but I'm trying to be unbiased, right? I don't know if Atlanta can win this game on the road, because yes, would I want them to? Well, of course, if you're a fan of a team, you want them to win. But if I'm being realistic, at this time, I do not know if Atlanta is going to be able to beat Philly. Because one, Kirk Cousins struggles on primetime, kind of. Oh no, he does, not kind of, but he kind of does. And he hasn't really done good against the Eagles, I don't believe. And the Philadelphia has had Atlanta's number, I believe, the last 4 out of the last 5, or 5 out of the last 6, or 6 out of the last 7, one of those. So, and because of that, I'm gonna go with Philly to beat Atlanta, as much as it hurts me to say that. I'm being realistic and unbiased as much as I can, and I just, for some reason, do not know if Kirk Cousins will play good enough to win. And maybe they'll shock me and people, but if I'm being unbiased, I'm gonna pick Atlanta to not win that game. Now, I don't know, they could, yeah, like I mentioned, they could shock me, shock everybody, but I just don't see it at this point. Philly has 2 good wide receivers in A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Their running back, Saquon Barkley, he's very good. Jalen Hurts is good, but then at times he's not. So if Atlanta can contain Hurts, maybe they have a chance. But I just think it might not be able to happen. And with that, I'm confirming that I don't know if it will happen. So, there we go. Unbiased picks. Going. There we have it, folks. Week 2 is now on the books. We will see how week 2 compares to week 1. Now, I hope you guys like it, enjoy it, my picks. And hit that subscribe button, like the video. You can comment your picks if you want in the comment section down below. And we will see together how we do this week. With that being said, see you guys on the flip side. Or, next time. See ya. Thanks for watching. And welcome to Football Week 2. See ya.